Welcome back to our Thai language journey. In our first episode, we dove into the polite world of hello, thank you, and sorry in Thai, along with the fun of introducing ourselves. Now, in episode 2, let's expand our Thai vocabulary with everyday phrases that'll come in handy whether you're navigating the streets of Bangkok or impressing your Thai friends. Starting conversations in Thai, especially when you want to ask someone their name, involves understanding a few key words. Let's break down the phrases and look at the meaning of each word in both Thai and English. Kun. This word is used similarly to Mr. or Ms. in English, offering a way to address someone respectfully. Chu. This means name. It's used when asking or telling someone's name. Arai. Meaning what? This word is crucial for forming questions like asking for someone's name. When asking a woman, you say, คุณชื่ออะไรคะ คุณชื่ออะไรคะ ฉันชื่อฮันนี่ค่ะ ฉันชื่อฮันนี่ค่ะ
When asking a man, you say คุณชื่ออะไรครับ คุณชื่ออะไรครับ ผมชื่อบอยครับ ผมชื่อบอยครับ
Additionally, it's useful to know how to refer to oneself in Thai. Chan, generally used by women to refer to themselves. Pom, generally used by men to refer to themselves. Let's ask how are you? In Thai, to anyone. Kun sabai di mai? Kun sabai di mai? Let's break it down word by word to make it easy to understand. Sabai. Sabai. This means comfortable or well. In this context, it's asking about someone's well-being. D translates to good. When combined with sabai, it forms the phrase feeling well or in good health. Mai. This is a question particle added to the end of sentences to turn statements into questions. It's equivalent to adding right? Or isn't it? In English, but in this case, it turns the phrase into a question asking about someone's well-being. So, when you put it all together, kun sabai di mai directly translates to are you well? Or more commonly understood as how are you? In addition to its role as a question particle, the word mai has another important usage in the Thai language. Beyond turning statements into questions, mai can also be used to express negation or the opposite of a statement when it is pronounced with a high tone, becoming mai. Instead, this version means not or no, which is crucial for me means have or possess. Mai mi means do not have or do not possess. Chop means like. Mai chop means do not like. Ru means no. Mai ru means do not know. Khao zai means understand. Mai khao zai means do not understand. Tong kan means need or want. Mai tong kan means do not need or do not want. Pang means expensive. Mai pang means not expensive. After exploring the use of mai for negation and forming questions with mai, let's circle back to the common question. Kun sabai di mai? A question you're likely to both ask and answer frequently in Thailand. Here, we'll expand on how to express yourself in response, covering a spectrum of everyday expressions that reflect different states of well-being. These phrases not only help you articulate how you're feeling but also immerse you in the language as used by locals in their daily lives, including some expressions that are popular among the Thai people. Responding positively. When you're feeling good and want to share your positivity, you might say, ฉันสบายดี ฉันสบายดี meaning I am good. ฉันสบายดี meaning I am good. ดีมาก ดีมาก for excellent. ไม่เลว ไม่เลว which translates to not bad, indicating a positive outlook. For those days when you're feeling neutral or okay, เรื่อยๆ signifies so-so, a commonly used phrase to express a sense of neutrality or average well-being, including local expressions that capture the essence of everyday Thai. Pakati, pakati, meaning normal or usual, is often used to convey that everything is as it typically is, without any significant changes for better or worse. When someone helps you or performs a kind gesture, it's important to acknowledge their kindness. In Thai, a simple and effective way to express your gratitude is by saying, "Khop kun," meaning thank you. It's the most common way to express gratitude. Yindi translates to my pleasure or you're welcome. Yindi. It's used when responding to thanks, indicating that you were happy to help. Keeping a conversation going involves showing interest in the other person's thoughts and feelings. To express curiosity and encourage them to share more, you might use "Kulla, meaning what about you? This is a great follow-up question that turns the attention back to the speaker, inviting them to contribute their own experiences or opinions. "แล้วคุณล่ะ?" which also means "and you?" Or "how about you?" It's another variant to engage the other person further in the conversation. Here are additional phrases to foster engagement and show interest. จริงหรือ?จริงหรือ?จริงหรือ? Really? Really? This expresses surprise or interest in what has just been mentioned, prompting further explanation. เป็นอย่างไรบ้าง?เป็นอย่างไรบ้าง?เป็นอย่างไรบ้าง? How is it? How is it? Or how was it? This can be used to inquire more about someone's experience or situation. Remember, practicing these sentences out loud, whether alone or with a friend, can help build confidence and make these phrases a natural part of your vocabulary. Language is about connection, and every word you learn weaves you deeper into the fabric of Thai culture. And as Nelson Mandela beautifully put it, speaking someone's language is the fastest way to their heart. I hope these new phrases and words enrich your conversations and bring you closer to the heart of Thailand. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more practical Thai language tips. Your engagement helps guide our journey together in exploring Thai culture and language. Can't wait to see you in the next video, where we'll dive even deeper. Happy learning, and as always, thank you for watching.